that we're gonna have today. But we'll do all of our tarot readings first and all the super chats and super stickers. And it's good for all ability. Okay, so let's see who's here joining us on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday before our new moon in Aries slash solar eclipse. Angela is here. Hey, hey, Susie, Liesel, what up? Um, Okie dokie. All righty. Let's see. Angela says, I got chocolate covered cherries this week. Oh, nom, 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 nom. Very nice. Susie's got to go refresh. Russ says, thank you, Angela. Blessed are you too. Yay. Angela says, blessings, Peg, and we'll hold down the fort until you get back, Susie. All right. All right, you guys. So happy Sunday. What do you guys have cooked up today? Any plans? Do you guys have any plans for the week? Do you have any plans for the new moon? I would love to hear what you guys have going on. For the past week or so, James and I have been working on our like it's like an allergy or something. I don't know. It could be all the dust that blows off these junipers. We had some crazy winds, like between 50 and 70-mile-an-hour winds here. It blew off our chimney, which I was going to take it off anyway to clean it, so the wind just kind of helped us with that. And anyway, I was going to like kind of take apart our stove for summer anyway and for the warmer weather and replace our window. So whatever. The wind just got it jump started for us. But yeah, it's been super windy, and a lot of people sometimes get some allergies out here just because of all the dust that collects on the juniper trees, and they kind of have their own unique dust. Not that we usually have allergies, so it's actually quite unusual for James and I. We're not really like sickly allergic people. So yeah, it's been interesting. So if my eyes tear up a little bit during the chat, it's just because I don't know what's going on. But anyway, could be just all the energy. But anywho, so what I want to do first is actually get into our weekly reading. And then I want to do our super chats and super stickers. And then we're going to get into what everybody voted on in the poll. And actually, it was very close. So, those of you who don't know and who are new to the channel, I do a poll over on my YouTube channel page for what people like to see during the Sunday live chat. And there is a public poll, there's a Patreon poll, and there's a YouTube member poll. And taking into account everybody who voted on Patreon and YouTube memberships, we ended up having a push for the tarot workout today, beat it by one vote against the channeling for Henry Ford. And the reason I put Henry Ford in there is because the date of his, I believe it was the date of his birthday, I believe is today. Or it was, I get them confused, date of death or date of birth. But anyway, it's one of his energetic days. And I thought it would be interesting to take a look at the person who invented the Model T and the automotive assembly line and kind of what are his thoughts now, in our modern era. And now that most of our planet is roads and cars and automobiles and all of that, and just kind of what he thought of that, and kind of like his rise to popularity there, and why maybe the cabal would allow that to go through and become a part of society. So I don't know, I thought it would be interesting, but also I thought it would be fun to do a tarot workout. So since people seem to really like the Henry Ford, wanting a channeling of him, we'll make sure that in a future channeling video that we do, like just a singled out video, we will do a Henry Ford channeling. So that way it's the best of both worlds. You still get your channeling and we still get our tarot workout. And don't worry if you don't feel like you're like not a super like workout buff. The whole point of a tarot workout is to have fun with our tarot cards. So I'm not here to, you know, highlight, anything. It's just for us to have a lot of fun. And I used to be certified as a personal trainer and a nutritionist, so I'm well aware of the varying capabilities of people. Some people, struggle with their lower half, their upper half. Sometimes there's mobility problems, sometimes we have disabilities and things like that. And I'm going to make sure that we work around that so that you could still have fun. And you know what? And sometimes it's fun just to watch me be a goofball. So, if you don't really want to join in, but you just want to have a good laugh at my expense, that's cool too. But I encourage you to bust out your tarot cards, and I think that it's fun to use tarot in that way, where yes, we can use it for divination, we can use it for a multitude of things, but we could also use it to get creative, with our writing, with our workouts, with things that we do on the daily, with our outfits that we wear. We can use tarot for that, using it as inspiration, and that's what I want to use it for today. Okay, so we will get to that. And then after the workout, I thought a nice little whoo, calm down afterwards would be the channeled guided meditation. So that way it's like a nice cool down meditation after we've had, our fun jollies beforehand. Okay, so let's go back here. I missed some of your comments. Ooh, a lot of comments actually. Um, oh, Peg says that her birthday is tomorrow. Well, you know what that means, Peg. We're gonna have to sing you a little happy birthday. And Patrick is here too. All right. Hey, Patrick. Okay, okay. Peg, are you ready? Okay. Our friend Peg is having her solar return tomorrow, which means we're gonna have all the birdies. I don't know where are you guys. Okay, imagine you can hear the birds in the background. I can, but they're singing too. All right, here we go for our girl Peg. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to our girl Peg. Happy birthday to you. Boop, 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 be doop. Happy birthday, Peg. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Susie was wishing Peg a happy birthday. She said, Peg said, just saying, I hear God is giving me a special eclipse, but I will share. Well, thank you for sharing your beautiful eclipse with us. Liesel is cooking rice and pea, a Caribbean dish. Ooh, girl, I wish I was there to have some with you. Um, Angela says, John says, I just got a native harvested pinyon pine smudge because it reminded me of my guys in this group. Oh my gosh, pinyon pine. That's amazing. Our somewhere back there, there's some mixture of pinyon pines all mixed in with our junipers back there. That's excellent. Let's see. Janine is here. Hey, Janine. Peg said, woohoo, great choice. Couldn't think of any questions for him anyways. Angela said, okay, 2 of my found feathers wanting to sit with us. They kept falling out of my offering bowl. Russ says, happy birthday to James Garner, Jackie Chan, and Russell Crowe too. All right. To folks in the Hollywood sphere. Janine says, I've lost something I've made for my sister for her birthday. Can you ask a question if it will be found, or is that too predictive? Turn the house upside down. Janine, what I love to do for things that are lost is I will use my Lenormand cards or I will use my dowsing rods. So Lenormand cards are really good for like actual location because they have very specific meanings. So if you have like a Lenormand booklet, or if you go online, it'll tell you let's say the sun card means this location, or the mountain card means this location. So just pull your Lenormand cards and see what comes out. But if you don't have Lenormand, get some dowsing rods, which you can make out of coat hangers, so you don't need to go buy fancy dowsing rods. But I always just do is it in this room? Yes or no? Is it in this room? And then I start narrowing it down. Is it over here in this location or this area? And I'd say 9 times out of 10, I usually can find what I'm looking for. So for me, that's a way more fun way. Plus, it's I don't know, playing hide and go seek with my items that just go missing. And Janine said it's her birthday on Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Janine, we're going to have to sing you happy birthday too. Oh my goodness. So many birthdays. This is amazing. Russ says, Susie, the eclipse energies will be intense. I think they've been intense. You know what I'm saying? Angela said, happy birthday, Peg. It's a special solar return day almost, but make sure to have 2 days of cake and joy. Okay, amen. Lisa says, I won't wish you a happy birthday early. It's bad luck in gypsy culture. Peg's like, oh no, I got the spins. Woo! Angela says, I don't have a Lenormand deck yet, but I've been thinking about getting this lustrous Lenormand to found lost items. I go look for something else, then I find what I wanted in the first place. All right. Okay. So our friend Janine, we got to wish her a happy birthday too. Here we go. And for Janine, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to our girl Janine. Happy birthday to you. Boop, 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 be doop. And just said, happy birthday, Janine. Blessings to you. May all the happy energy come your way, and may cake and sprinkles of joy bless your day. Amen. You know, speaking of gypsy culture, I believe it was Russ had just left a comment earlier on our poll that we do for the live chat, and he was saying, I believe you said that your family is from Prussia, and I thought that was interesting because my mom's father, my grandfather, his family is from Prussia, and they're from Mecklenburg. And nowadays, I guess since Russia's kind of dissolved, they just say they're German. But yeah, I thought that was an amazing coinky dink. And it was my great grandma that came over from Germany/Prussia. So very interesting, very cool. And yes, we do have Romani in our blood. So um, Susie says, such a beautiful voice. Well, thank you. My early morning voice. Angela says, love your singing, Tara. Love doing birthday poems. Russ said, Peg shares a birthday with Julian Lennon, John Madden, John Schneider, Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, dude, the Dukes of Hazzard. Lisa says, it's wonderful. Russ and Tara. And Susie said, Prussia heritage too, through my grandma. Very cool. And Lisa said, bless up Romani. Yes, 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 yes. Very cool. All right, you guys, are you ready to get into the weekly reading? All right, so let's do it. For funsies, I thought I would bust out the Alice Tarot. This is by Baba Studios, and I don't think Baba Studios is really making new decks anymore, so I cherish the Baba Studios decks that I do have. They're the bougie decks. All right, so let's take out these cards, and actually let's also grab our Wally's World so he can give us a little heads up for this upcoming week. And here we have our Wally's World here. By the way, thank you to everybody who's purchased a Wally's World in the past couple of weeks. Every now and then I get people trickling in that want to purchase a deck, but it seemed like all at once so many more people wanted to get a Wally's World. So I'm so grateful. I love packaging up this little guy and sending them off with well wishes. I do kind of a little intention, maybe a little spell work before I send those packages off, as I do all of our packages. But since this is one that I created, it's near and dear to my heart. So anyway, Wally is going to be helping us out today as well. And I wanted to give a little shout out and thank you to everybody who joins in on these live chats, for all people who are, sharing their wisdom and their messages and downloads and doing the card readings along with us, or maybe even the channelings that you guys do. I really appreciate that. And I do feel that it's been helping a lot of people that are watching these replays, and they're reading your comments, and they're, getting a lot from your guidance and the things that you guys share about your personal lives. I do feel that this is very helpful. So thank you, thank you to you guys. And even for my lurkers who are just here, just kind of chilling and listening, I thank you guys as well. All of my subscribers, love you guys. And it seems like YouTube has decided they were going to allow me to start having subscribers again because sometimes they put a limit on it. And I noticed that James has commented like replies for people's comments. They've asked questions, you know, in some of our channeling videos that we've had, and his comments are getting deleted. So we do apologize for that, but it's YouTube. It's deleting some of our replies to people and some of your comments as well. So we'd love to reply to you, but sometimes when we go to the comment, it's not there anymore. So there's some funky stuff going on, but it looks like also they're allowing my subscriber count to move again, whereas before I was put on a halt. I wasn't allowed to have any more subscribers. So now it looks like we're getting close to 10,000 subscribers finally. So that's cool. And so thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel. Also thank you to Lisa and Kayla, Susie, all of my YouTube members, and all of my patrons. So Myrna and Karen, Lisa, Heather, Lily, Dana, Kayla, Surian, Brandy, Jason, and Brian. Love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's go back here. Angela says, I've always loved gypsy culture, always was fascinated by the gypsy characters and movies. I wonder if I had a past life as one or some ancestors in that line. Well, remember that since we're all one, technically we've all shared each other's lives. But if you're taking out a singular soul, I'm pretty sure that we've had many lives as each other of genders, cultures, all of us as people, of animals. We've been trees, we've been rocks. I believe we've been all sorts of things, not to mention our extraterrestrial friends. As many of us have ET souls, which is cool too. Let's see, let's go back. Susan said, Wally. Lisa says, I'm going to use my German Lenormand cards. It seems apropos. Angela says, I'll be doing a statue reading. Got my childhood angel statue in the white gown, so she'll be saying hello day. Emily says, I'm a lurker. Hello, my lurkers. She says, always love your videos. Thank you, thank you. Emily's like, it's not YouTube, it's the darker forces, probably. Negative polarity. Angela says, technology is being a strange creature. True. And Peg says, welcome, velkommen, Emily. We love you. Don't be shy. Join when you can. Angela says, I think tech is all chatting when we aren't looking, deciding who malfunctions, when to be in pain in the arse. Yeah. And Susan says, need to renew. I promise. Hey, no worries, girl. No worries. Angela says, and then Alexa is laughing at us. Freaking Alexa. Susan says, I save extra money for Cameron. Of course, baby boy. Give him extra loves and hugs today. And Angela says, welcome, Emily. You're welcome to chat or lurk if you want. We're glad to meet you. All righty. Okay, so let's grab Wally. Let's take a look at this upcoming week. Maybe just an overview, and then we'll use the Alice Tarot for some clarification. Okay, so put his card down there. And there we go. Doot doot. And we got the Alice Tarot. So I'm going to pull a few cards from that deck as well. We'll go carta uno y dos y tres ahora. Okay. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Let's see. Butterfly, love child. Hey girl, how are you? This is gonna be a doozy. Susie says, love your red hair back. Well, thank you, Susie. All right, so let's see what we have going on this week. I mean, as you know already, a lot of people have been talking about this week, even people that we would consider non-woo-woo, quote unquote. Um, and it seems like there's a lot of talk coming from the media, which you got to be a little suspicious when the media is talking about celestial events and things like that. Of course, use your discernment, go inwards as always for truth. That's always my thing. The religious communities have been talking about this week. The spiritual community has been talking about this week. Um, Friends and family who don't normally ever care about anything that's going on in my sphere are talking about this week, um, which means that there's a mixture of, yes, some actual intense energy going on, but I believe also a mixture of whatever negative polarity has in mind. So it's a mixture of positive and negative, but we also have to look at the negative polarity as the other aspect of us. Like, why is all this talk within our reality? If there's a lot of fear being pushed about, the upcoming events, then why is that fear within my reality? We have to look in, of course, and look at that. But also looking at the positive aspects, as there's light and dark in everything, and just seeing how we feel about it. What does this mean for us? What does this mean for us personally? And perhaps also as a collective. It could mean that the collective is actually wanting some big changes. So maybe people want something to happen. They want to believe that something will happen. So perhaps we will manifest something because people are wanting a change. Other people, maybe who are more fearful of creating change in their own lives, want something outside of themselves to create that change for them. So, whatever it may be, like I said, we're going to look into what the cards have to say. But of course, of utmost importance is what your higher self has to say, what your intuition says. So, it doesn't matter what I say or anybody else says, always look inwards first for that information. Okay. Um, let's see what you guys have to say. Peg said, smash the like button. It's free and positive. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Angela says, welcome, butterfly. Ooh, I love your name. Susie said, so agree. Angela says, maybe that's why my angel book came 3 days early, something to do with this week. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't watch the news. Probably a good thing. Susie said, definitely a sign. All right. So let's take a look at what Wally had for this upcoming week. So this is just kind of like the overview. And this picture here, which I have Wally photoshopped right there, he's hiding in the bushes. We have this beautiful image that was actually taken by our friend Cosmic Creeper. She has a YouTube channel here as well. And there were many people that donated their images of sacred spaces into my deck. So this is just one of her beautiful places out in the UK. So let's see what my intuition has to say about this. All right. Okay, so just this is more of a suggestion for this upcoming week. And what Wally's saying here, as our little guide, our little insight into things to be or our timeline, is treat this week as a week of witnessing and less of one of action. And so when we think of action, that's usually when we're like, I will do this, or I will stay indoors, or I'm not going to go to the store this week, or I'm not going to do this, anything that would be on a to do list, or anything physically that we're going to do, whether it's mentally, which is a physical act, or anything else, but more of witnessing. What am I watching? Why are these things in my reality? Why am I feeling this particular way? And more of a journaling. So this is an introspective week, or a chance for us to be introspective. So although there might be other people that are taking action this week and wanting to take action due to astrological events, or taking action just due to maybe what other people are doing around them, if other people are in a frenzy, now I want to be in a frenzy, or other people are chill, so therefore I will be chill. So less doing what everybody else is doing, and more just witnessing what they're doing. What are my friends and family doing? what would I feel like doing, if I were in it, as opposed to having that outward perspective, having that eagle eye point of view. So this is about having the broader perspective, the higher perspective of things, and just watching, but also trying to understand. So journaling, writing down your thoughts. Some people like to journal on the computer. Some people have physical journals. Some people have audio journals that they speak into. But anything that will have you go inwards this week will be a beautiful thing. So, no matter what happens this week, whether it be wonderful or not wonderful, or you have beautiful birthdays going on this week, but witness it, and especially if you do have birthdays going on this week, this beautiful solar return that you are having. Yes, have fun. Yes, enjoy the day, but also witness how I'm acting during this day. How am I feeling? How are the people around me reacting? How are they acting? How are they feeling? And why is that? So, this is a massive time for us to have perspective this week, a bigger, higher perspective. So, because like I said, it's easy to get caught up with our other human friends, no matter what it is, whether it's joy or not so joyous, because human beings as a collective, we like to group together, we like to feel together, we like to be together, we want to experience things together because we're not so much individuals. I mean, we are individuals in a way where there are some people that are out in faraway places like I am here, but still feeling very much a part of the collective. Like we want to feel like we are a part of something. And that's wonderful and beautiful. That's how we help each other to ascend and how we help each other to grow. But we also have to play up our dualistic nature, is not only to be a part of that collective and a part of the human race, but also to take a step back and see, what is the human race doing? What is my human self doing and why? And I want to understand that. So just taking a look at that. And so let's take a look at some clarification through the Alice Tarot. And we have the Moon card. Interesting, because we have a new moon literally tomorrow in Aries. We also have the 10 of Wands. And we have the Ace of Wands. So, hey, 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 Wands cards. So let's dive into this. Give me just a moment. Okay. Okay. So the energy leading up to our eclipse, leading up to our new moon, has been intense for a lot of people. Not everybody, everybody's different. We all have different energetic bodies, so we react differently. But for the most part, for the majority, people have been feeling it, even if they don't follow astrology, even if they have no idea what Aries is, or even why they should even care if there is a new moon. And some people look up at the sky, they don't even know what phase the moon is in, but they're still feeling it in their energetic body. And like Wally was suggesting for us, is to witness instead of taking action. So, yes, perhaps if you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe don't push yourself for the week. Maybe if you feel overwhelmed by other people, maybe this upcoming week is not a time to be out amongst the crowds. Maybe this is more of a hermitude time. But instead of taking immediate action on something like, oh, I don't feel good, therefore I'm going to go like buy up all these medicines and I'm going to just, try to rapidly make myself feel better. Or I have, let's say I have this idea that I want to go start something, so I want to go start it right now. So there might be this feeling of, I gotta do something right now. I gotta get better right now. I gotta start this project right now. I gotta go do this right now. And there is a time and place for that. And remember that technically time doesn't exist. Yes, it's a linear fashion here in the 3D, but it doesn't exist. There's plenty of time, within our lifetime. So maybe this week, just hold off on all the things that you feel you have to do right now, and just allow your body to process and release what's going on. Because as stuff is flowing in our body and flowing out, we don't want to create blockages by diverting our attention to immediate action over here, immediate action over here, as that might hinder that flow of just feeling, receiving, and releasing. Feeling, receiving, and releasing. Beautiful flow energy. And there may be some things that you want to work on, but give this week a break. Write it all down, witness it, look at it, and then take action maybe next week, but maybe not this week. Just allow yourself to feel it, witness it, release. Feel it, witness it, release. So meditation, of course, I'm always advocate of daily meditation. If you could just get in a few minutes, just feel it, take it in, release it. Don't forget the releasing, which means grounding, which means any form of releasing time that you could do. So releasing, some people do it through bath, through water. Some people do it through yoga. However you do your releasing of energy, sometimes it's just grounding it into Mama Gaia so that it can be transmuted. So totally up to you guys. All right. But it seems like the military base is doing bomb testing again. Interesting. So yeah, it seems like it will be energetically a rather intense week. But remember, this isn't the week of action. And it's just a suggestion. You feel what's right for you. Always tap into your own intuition. These are just suggestions from my intuition, but I, of course, want you guys to tap into your own. But just observe. Observe how you're feeling. Observe what's going on. Don't forget to release things as they come in, whether it's information, energetically, or physical information's coming in. Don't forget to do that releasing so that you get yourself in a nice flow. And should help with any sort of, mental fog or anxieties that maybe come up this week. Just let it run its course. Just let it run on through. All right. So let me go here. I missed some of your comments, and I believe there were some super chats and super stickers that I have to get to. So thank you guys so much for that. Angela says, it's good so far. I take what resonates with books because she got a book called Angel Treasury by Jackie Newcomb. Very cool. Susie said, one of my fave shout outs to Cosmic Creeper. All right, Janine, can you do a reading on the lost image I drew for my sister, please? It's my depiction of the Strength Tarot card. Okay, got it. Let's do that. And let's use our Alice Tarot because Alice Tarot. Okay. Okay, just going to put the cover back on this one. Excellent. And take this deck back out. All right. And our beautiful Alice cards. Okay, so let me go back to Janine's question. Okay, so you lost the Strength Tarot card, and you had drawn it for your sister. Okay. Susie said witnessing. I love that. Okay, so let's do it. All right, Angela, whose birthday is coming up? Okay, so Janine, as you know, sometimes I get song lyrics in my head whenever I'm tapping into people's energy. And I have that, oh, was this by the Real McCoy? I know that it's on the Night at the Roxbury soundtrack, but it says, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Do, 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 don't hurt me no more. Just ding, 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 ding. So that song is playing in my head. However that resonates with you and your intuition, that's up to you. Let's go ahead and pull a card. She lost the Strength card for her sister. Strength card for her sister. Okay. And we have the Four of Swords. Aw, we have this little guy just taking a little nap ski. He had too much fun at the Mad Hatter's tea party. All right, so let's go inwards here. Mm, okay, so that's why that song came up. Um, so, I mean, there's not too many lyrics to that song, but it says, "What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more." What your higher self is actually trying to translate and say is the expenditure of energy, what you give to people. You're a giver. You love to give your time and attention. You love to help others. You love to see others succeed. You're a total service to others person. You're a positive polarity to the max. You want to help people to pick themselves up. You love a good underdog story. You love when people find their strength and then they grow and move on. That's wonderful. But and it's funny I say find your strength. The purpose of losing something, something that you made for your sister, something that you pulled for your sister, like the strength card, is sometimes we give away too much of our energy without reciprocation. And it doesn't mean not to give to people. Of course, it's quite the opposite. You're a light worker, you're a giver. You want to help people. And sometimes we do it in our mental state. It's not so much a physically giving, like sometimes we give the shirt off our back, or we give money and things like that to help others, but oftentimes we're helping others sometimes just by thinking on their energy. Often, like, I want to help somebody out of their situation, so I'm spending my whole day thinking of all the options and all the ways this person can help their way out of their situation. So in essence, I'm giving my time and energy to them, even through my thought process. Emotionally, we give our time and attention to those people because we love them, so we're constantly feeling this cord of connection. But your higher self is wanting you to understand your boundaries, that you have to have boundaries even with the people that you love most. And boundaries are not a way to keep people out of our lives, quite the opposite, to show other people how to stand in their power by standing in your own power. That yes, I can help others, but I also know when I'm giving too much of myself and not focusing enough on me, on my own energy. Because in a way, it's disregarding yourself and your own well being in lieu of other people. And by that, it would be that other people, you're saying, inadvertently, are more important than my own energy. These people deserve more time and attention than I deserve to give to myself. And we have to be able to give an equal balance, that yes, they do deserve your time and attention, but you also deserve to give time and attention to yourself. So I guarantee that if you start spending more time with yourself and how do I feel and what is feasible for me to give at this time, and how do I feel at this time, and just being cognizant of it. If you feel drained, maybe now's not the time to give more of what you don't have to others, and really focus on replenishing your resources before you give again, but making sure that it's a balanced form of giving. And in that, I do feel that what is missing is going to pop up again because the lesson will have been learned. And that's kind of how our higher self, the universe, and all these energies interact with us. Is they do these little things, but the moment we learn the lesson, the moment we get the aha moment, it seems like the thing that we had misplaced just kind of shows up. Or, let's say we get illness and we're sick, but the moment we understand why we're ill at that time, we start to feel better. And so the lesson has been learned. The message has come across. And so that's what your higher self is trying to convey to you at this time is, baby, don't hurt me no more. Basically from the song is that sometimes we could help others to our detriment. And so don't forget to focus on you. You have your birthday coming up, which is a wonderful time to think about, your place here on earth and show gratitude and love for the things that you have done here, and what a wonderful presence and wonderful energy that you add to the collective consciousness. And so taking some time more for you, making sure that you have good, healthy boundaries so that you can show others that you love how to have good, healthy boundaries, and how we can have equal, beautiful exchange where you could still give to your heart's content, but you understand what is and is not feasible in terms of your own energy, so that they also know that they can give to you, and you're also a welcoming, receiving vessel as well as a giving vessel. So it's just working on a balance of energy is the reason for the things that have gone missing. So now that you know that, and you're going to work on integrating that, like I said, I'm pretty sure those things are going to pop back up again. Like I can almost guarantee it. They're not going to be missing for too much longer. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back here. Do do do. Missed a bunch of comments. Mhm. Peg says, I got the Hierophant in reverse. New approaches, sub- subversiveness, rebellion. So look to absorb, not react. Try something new. Susie likes the beautiful nails, sunshine yellow. Oh, and Sukbir Singh says, please, can you make a video on cryptocurrencies? You know what? That would be interesting to look into because James and I actually were curious about that. You know, I mean, as much as that we're off in the ethers, um, you know, channeling all these different energies, we do like to see how what's going on all these different levels affects our 3D levels. So we have been looking into like things like the banking system and crypto and you know, the precious metals like gold and silver and platinum and things like that. So we can definitely do a video on cryptocurrency. Yes, yes, very much. We will, we promise. Um, and remember that any of our videos that we do, we're not predicting, like we're not saying this is going to happen, but we can take a look into where we're headed because there is an infinite number of timelines and we're hopping timelines, you know, all the time. Ha, ha, pun intended. So we can take a look at where the collective is wanting to go, and we also want to look at why. So that, I think that would be an amazing channeling video. We'd be more than happy to do that. So thank you, thank you. Um, Susie says, Sukhbir, welcome and thank you. And Sukhbir Singh is saying hi to all. And by the way, your last name Singh, I had a track athlete back when I used to coach a track and field team. I had a boy whose last name was Singh, and he was one of our best 400-meter runners. um, Sukhbir says, her Bashar channeling was incredible, most valuable. I listened. Oh, wow. I'm so glad that you liked it. Yeah, I mean, we were just trying to offer another perspective. We never try to have too much of an agenda really when we do our channelings. We just want to know information. You know, we want to know what polarity things are in. What are their agendas? What are their biases? Just like we like to share, you know, our agenda is information. You know, of course we have biases. We're human beings, but we want to be as open as possible, which is why we channel so that we have as less amount of ego as possible. All right. Let's see. Let's go back. Do, do, do. Um, Lisa got the 7 of spades and Lenormand. Possibilities are almost endless. Peg says all of her channelings are off the charts. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Angela said, Pearl Grace says, if you're feeling ungrounded and unsettled and need help calming down, that's okay. No one thinks any less of you. Part of other beings' job is to spread some calm and some peace. If you do say so, reach out. We have our hands and our light reaching for you. And then Susie was wondering if people have been sleepier lately. Like I said, well, yeah, actually, I would say I have been sleepier, but also like my sinuses. I don't know, I'm not used to having allergy issues. So this is very new for me. And I'm just like, what? um, Angela, yeah, maybe we could take a look into the strange sleeping patterns as well. And Susie says the halving is 13 days away, I believe. Ruby says, would love a channeling about CERN being turned on tomorrow. Girl, we do have that on our channeling list. There have been a few people who wanted to know a little bit more about CERN. Is it a psyop? Is it real? Is it something that's more for fear mongering? Is it something trying to get us to manifest something? What is it? We would love to channel that as well. So yeah, crypto, CERN, all of this stuff. We'd love to take a look. That is wonderful. Thank you for the suggestion. And Nancy's here. Hey, Nancy. Sorry, skipping through some of the comments to get down here. Liesl got the Ace of Spades and Lenormand. Oh, John. Hey, all right. So let me know what your question is, or maybe you would like a general read. Let me know. Lisa says that her sleep pattern has been all over the place. And Susie said, healing to Tara for her sinuses. Thank you. Lisa said, CERN is fear-mongering and psyop by my offer. It might be a little bit of a lot of things, I believe. And, you know, like I said, I'm always a little distrusting of anything that's pushed in mainstream anything, as I've never been mainstream. I myself have never been mainstream. Susie says, I heard a theory that CERN was found. It was there from Atlantis. So Angela was wondering what CERN is. Well, it's an acronym, but basically it's this giant. I'm not a scientific person, so sorry if this sounds very like down here education wise, but basically it's this giant machine, and they say that they turn it on so that the folks at NASA can take a look into like what goes on, let's say during solar eclipses and things like that. So they can look deeper into space, deeper into planets and stars and all of that. There are some people that say, oh, it's creating black holes and, the cabal boy known as, well, Mr. Tesla himself using Tesla's information. But yeah, so he's been saying, "Oh, it's gonna be the end of the world that if it gets turned on, and all this." So some people are saying, "Oh my gosh, if it gets turned on, we're gonna create black holes." Other people are like, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna be the end of the world." You have religious folks that are like, "Oh my gosh, it's the second coming that's coming with the solar eclipse." There's a lot of stuff and a lot of beliefs, and you know what? Usually what we believe in our reality becomes our reality. So our reality of what happens may look different for all of us because we all have different belief systems. So for some people, it may feel like the end of the world. For other people, it's like, oh, we had an eclipse. For other people, it's like, what's CERN? You know, some people are like, oh my God, I know all about CERN. You know, so it's just depending on where we are in our reality, really. Um, But like I said, some of you guys are better at explaining that than I am. I'm not so good at explaining scientific things. Kayla's here. Hey, hey. Angela said, sending all who need healing and hugs today. May everyone who needs healing feel better starting today. Amen. And Susie says, CERN as a particle collider searching for the God particle, or it opens up portals to who knows. John says, I'm having a hard time formulating my question. I think it means I should just trust a general. All right, let's take a look into that then. Susie says, loving your messages. Peg says, reasonable deduction, John. We love your generals, kind of reflects on all of us. Angela says, thanks everyone for explaining CERN. Okay, so John, let's tap into your energy. Let's see if we get any more music, by the way, because I like jamming to the music of your higher selves. Or maybe it's a movie. I don't know. Sometimes I get movies. All right, John. Okay, so I was hearing like a piccolo, like a flute, I guess, playing. And all of a sudden I was seeing the image of the Pied Piper playing his music, leading out awe the little furry creatures, leading them away. The Pied Piper. That's an interesting image. Okay, let's see what this means. Why are we seeing the Pied Piper with John? What is his higher self trying to say? Ah, we have the world card here. And we have Alice on top of the world. And interesting, I was seeing the image of the Pied Piper, but if you look closely in this image, she has like the conductor's wands, and it's like she's also leading something. And in this case, she's leading all the birds, almost like an orchestra. So again, with like the music, but like leading something with some melodious sound. So let's see what this means. Okay. All right. So, John, your higher self is saying that as you have been growing and expanding in your consciousness and really connecting to your higher self, in your meditations, but also when you're not meditating, when you're just, walking around on the daily, that the more you are stepping out of your ego, the more your ego is trying to get you to come back and sit in it and to come back to, I mean, that's the ego's job. That's its programming, is like it's programmed for 3D. It doesn't want you to understand anything outside of that 3D. It wants you to just run your program basically until the day you pass away, from this reality. But since you are aware of a higher self and you've been growing higher self, you've been paying less and less attention to the ego. This has caused the ego to get more and more crafty on how it tries to bring you back. So I would say that the ego is kind of like the Pied Piper, or in this case, the image of Alice with her conductor's wands, trying to bring you back with things that fill up your ego, when you feel really good about yourself, more in an egotistical way, as opposed to more of higher self, feeling good about yourself. Um, and so your higher self is wanting you to not only take a look at the shadows, when you, let's say when triggers come up, like, to tap into the higher self, to pause. Why am I feeling this way? Is this connected to, any sort of past trauma, things like that? You're very good at that. But when things seem to be going really well and when you're in a joyous mood, usually that's not when we're looking into ourselves. We figure everything's going great. Therefore, that means that, there's nothing wrong, really. Um, but your higher self is telling you that the ego is trying to keep you in a state of, everything is going great or everything's joyful, trying to cover things up with joyous feelings to keep you from looking at the undercurrent. Like, why do we feel joyous in this situation? Why do I feel happy about this? Why do I feel proud about this? And this is not to say that we're supposed to be walking around all like super serious, doom and gloom, always looking at triggers and always looking at our shadows and things like that. But just to understand, just like I said earlier, that everything has light and dark. Just as what we might consider our darker emotions, that has light and dark in it. Just like our positive emotions or our light emotions, that has light and dark in it. And we seek to understand all of it, our array of emotions and where it's stemming from. So it seems like lately, the ego's been trying to make you feel really good about certain things so that you don't look beyond it. Like, let's say, I think you were talking about being a chef, before. And so let's say you made something amazing and everybody really loves it and made you feel really good about yourself. Like, yeah, I did good. I did great. I've created this thing that everybody loves. And usually we wouldn't think twice about that. We'd be like, okay, and that's done. You know, I did something wonderful. Everybody loved it. I felt good about myself. Moving on. But the higher self is saying, even in those situations, we have to look at the whole picture. So let's say you create something, everybody loves it. I feel proud about myself. You know, I feel proud with myself. But we have to look at that too. Why is the reaction of others and the approval of others make us feel proud about ourselves or proud with ourselves? How does their joy translate into my joy? And so this is not to suck the joy out of your achievements. It's understanding, yes, I can feel proud of myself and I feel good about what I did, but also have to understand about where that's coming from. So just this is just the message that yes, your ego is getting a little bit more tricky with its deception, trying to slowly kind of pull you back through your pride when you feel good with yourself, when you feel like you've accomplished something. But we have to see exactly what it's coming from, see the light and dark in it. There's light and dark in everything, you know, so we can have, like I said, that celebration, but we can also understand why we feel that we should celebrate the self. So that's kind of the big message coming in. And also probably why I was seeing the Pied Piper is it can be a very sweet song, our ego, and it can be very, very tricky sometimes, and sometimes makes us feel like it is the lights and it is the higher self when really it isn't. So interesting. All right, John, you're very welcome. Okay, let's go back here. Do do do. Mhm. Just looking through your comments here. Uh, oh, Karen is here. It says the European Organization for Nuclear Research, known as CERN, is an intergovernmental organization that operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world. And Peg said, question is NASA working with CERN? Are they doing a project together or are they battling? Well, and there are a lot of people that don't feel very, feel that NASA is very forthcoming with all of its research. Peg says, like, one is trying to open a portal and the other is trying to keep it shut. John says he has a couple of ideas. And Susie says, Karen, I've been thinking about your sister, sending you both hugs and love. Karen says, thank you so much. For both exhausted. Hugs and love. Angela says, Pearly Grace's vibes say the Pied Piper first got rid of pests plaguing the city, then led the young ones away to safety because they were overworked and tired. They deserved a rest too and play. If something goes wrong, you'll be led to safety, you and your loved ones, no matter what mistakes humanity makes. We still care, still believe, and will still protect you. Amen. Aw. Angela says, how do you put in an idea for a channeling or video for a tarot? Just curious. You can do it here. Any of our videos that we have, you could put it in the comment section. Say, hey, I suggest, you know, this video. You could send me the suggestion through email, which some people do. And the link for my email is down below. You could also find my email on my website. You could send me a message through my website if you have a suggestion. You can find me on Instagram at Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And you can DM me with a suggestion. I get suggestions from all over the place. um, hey, Edgar, how are you? Angela says, Edgar, blessings. Edgar says, Angela, bright blessings. Lisa said, snake, Lenormand. Basically, what Tara is saying, tricky card to interpret on its own. Edgar, we are doing fantabulous. How are you? Angela says, I need to get going. Lunchtime for me. Bless you all. Be safe. Eat cake. Everything will be okay no matter what happens. You're so loved every day. Amen. Angela, you have a beautiful rest of your day. And she said, in peace, I leave you my peace. I give to you, blessed be. Blessings to you all. And Lisa says, I'm good, thanks, Edgar. Hope you are well. Edgar says, doing good. Just here working on and learning origami. Hey, very cool. All right. So, if there, let me know if you have any more super chats or super stickers. If not, let's get to our tarot workout. We'll have lots of fun. Remember, we're just here to have fun. We're not here to I guess, destroy our bodies or anything. And I'm well aware of varying ability levels. So we'll work on that too. And if you just want to watch and have fun at my expense, that's fun too. Oh yeah, and as the sun comes back, our bugs are coming back. Hello, fly. Cameron Hickman is here. Hello, hello. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. So since this is also, it is good live to save and playback for exercise. Yes, so if you didn't catch this live, you could always have fun with this here. You bust out your own deck if you want. My point in using it is that we can use tarot not only for divination, but for inspiration. So I'm going to use this Alice Tarot and all of its amazing images to kind of help me get an idea of what we could do that's fun. For me, working out should be fun, and as you know, I don't really go to a gym anymore, as the outdoors is my gym now. It's really just playing around and having fun. And that's how we get our exercise. Go on hikes, go on bike rides. We could swing our swords around. We can, shoot our bows and arrows. We can, go for a jog if we wanted to. I could go walk around, take pictures of some birds. It's all of it is in good fun, and we get some exercise in the process, which is fantastic. And now that the sun is out, we could do more of those outdoor activities. Okay, so for our tarot workout, you're going to need some deck of some sort. So some people have rune decks, some people have Lenormand decks, oracle decks. I just like decks that have a lot of picture to it so that I can use that for my inspiration and get creative. Okay, let me bring you over to my yoga mat because that's where we're going to have our fun today. And I'm going to bring my cards. All right, I'm so excited for you. This is gonna be a lot of fun. And by the way, I have like all my workout stuff on, so I'm super happy. And like the weather has been complete crap, so I'm happy that the day that we do our live chat, it's a beautiful day outside. I mean, dude, take a look at it out there. You guys can see everything that's here. There we go. Okay, and I think you can still hear me because I have my mic on, so I don't really need to be next to my camera. Okay, but I will have a harder time seeing your comments. Let's see. Let's go back here. Everybody's saying hello to Cameron. Said, George loved me doing this. I miss him. He said, what are you doing? But he loved the tower. Dude, when we do the tower chord, we were like, wee! um, Sakbir says, please do a live channeling someday. Yes, we might actually end up doing that again next week. Last week we did a live channeling. We did it for the Christ consciousness. We did a live channeling of the leprechauns, which we found that to be really interesting, little 5D beings. So yeah, we'll make sure that we do some more live channelings in the future. I think a lot of people like that. James usually helps where while I'm channeling, he reads off people's questions in the live, which is pretty cool. All right, so we have our cards here. We have some goodies here. So let me show you what those are. Okay. So, as you guys know, in our tarot decks, we have wands cards, we have pentacles, we have swords, we have cups. So James actually helped with some inspo with this, but we're going to be using this log here, actually our firewood, and this will represent the wands. So if we pull a wands card, we'll think of something creative and fun to work out with this log. Also, we have swords cards, and you guys know that I love swords. So I have my katana here, and we'll be able to maybe do something with our sword. Not cut ourselves, but something fun and flashy maybe. And we also have this little case here, and that will represent our pentacles. It's nice and heavy like the earth, but it's where I have a little bit of my precious metals. So, like silver and things like that. And by the way, those people that are looking to buy silver and gold, probably not the time, as it's an all-time high, especially gold. So remember, buy low, sell high. Not the time. But a lot of people are, like we were talking about earlier, they're in that panic buying mode. They like don't know what's going to happen. So a lot of people are just like buying stuff up, which is driving up the price of gold and silver, which is like great, I guess, if you're trying to sell it right now, but not a great time to buy. But anyway, that'll be our pentacles. And the water bottle will be our cups card. And this is kind of heavy. So we'll do something with that. So I don't know, you guys can look for some items around your home. Maybe you want to, I don't know, lift your wallet. That'll be some pentacles, or maybe like a sack of coins. Those people that like to like save their pennies or their coins, like that could be something. If you have a water bottle, that could be part of your cups cards. Wands could be a broomstick, a stick that you find outside, maybe your own firewood. And maybe you have a sword. I don't know. Maybe something sharp or a spear. I don't know what you guys got. So, just have fun with it. All right, let's see. What do you guys have here? Thank you, Sick Beer. John says, something I was thinking about on my drive today, I think relates to my reading here. Interesting. Sick Beer says, can you check some tarot for me? Yeah, we will be using that. Susie says, called FOMO. John says, I cut my left index finger a couple days ago. I think it's removing my judgment from information and energy coming in. And Sukbir says, yeah, I think every market is in FOMO right now. Lisa's like, maybe I should sell my gold. And John says, since the index finger related to the head and ego, I mean, very interesting. Very interesting. I do look at that too. Whenever I like hurt one of my fingers, I try to see like what part of me that's connected to and like what the message was. Very cool. All right. Are you guys ready? Let's do it. So let's bring this over here. Yeah, and I think you guys can see me back there. We'll lift this up a little bit higher. Give you guys a better angle. All right, perfect. Okay. So let's get started. Please make sure that you have some water. You have, I don't know, a little towel or something. Get your little sweat on. And just some comfortable clothes. Make sure you have some space. You guys could be outside. You could be indoors. Totally up to you. But let's start with a little warm up. So we'll just do a little stretch. So anything where you guys just move your body in a gentle manner, no jerking motions. Some of you guys can only be in a seated position. So if you're in a seated position, maybe just stretching out the arms a little bit. Little tricep stretches. Maybe over the head. Just a little stretching. Stretch out your smile muscles. So just like if you were getting out of bed, just nice. Ooh, stretching side to side. You can hear the Blue Jays laughing at us. All right, so let's see what the very first card is. Okay. Let's see what we have here. What is the first workout of the day? All right. We have the 8 of coins. Okay, so let's see. What kind of ideas are we getting from this? Well, definitely not going to be baking little tarts right now. But I see that it's all in a circle. It's all grouped together. And I think I'm going to use my little box of basically coins for this. Oh, I get this. Okay, so it's in a circular manner. Let me show you something. Okay. So I have my little heavy box, and we're just going to do something called around the worlds. So you can hold your whatever it is that's heavy that you're holding on to. So whether it's a sack of coins, maybe it's just a heavy rock, maybe you don't have anything at all and you just want to do the movement because that's enough for you. So that's fine. You could hold it to your chest as well, kind of like in the card, everything was kind of together. So maybe I'll hold it to my chest, and you're just gonna spread your legs about hip distance apart. And we're slowly going to turn to the left and turn to the right. And while we're doing it, what we're doing is just trying to flex your little abdominals, flex your stomach muscles. And we go nice and slow. If you're only able to be in a seated position, you can do this sitting down in a chair as well. So you'd be seated in your chair and you'd just be twisting from the left to the right, left and to the right, with all those 8 of coins. Oh my goodness. You know, for other people, you guys could be standing left and right. Whew. I tell you, my lower back muscles, my sides, and my abs do feel this. We're basically just hugging our money. Hug our money, turning left and right. A little bit longer. You can drop it down if you want. Left and right. Almost like you think of like when little kids are just standing there and they're swaying and talking to you like, "Can I go out and go play with my friends?" It's that same kind of motion. Just back and forth. Try not to like jerk yourself and swing. You don't want to hurt yourself. So we want to keep everything nice and controlled. And if you're playing some music right now, let me know what your favorite like workout jams are. But since we did our reading for Janine earlier, I've been thinking about Night at the Roxbury. So I got Night at the Roxbury playing in my head. Okay, once we're done, go ahead, shake it out. Okay. All right, all shook out. Let's see. What's our next card? Let's see, let's go back here. Oh, Susan says, I will mod and save this for tomorrow. All right. Janine says, hungry. Lisa's talk of meal is making me think of Jamaican jerk stew and some jam and curd tarts. Woo! Very nice. John says, Peg, I think I have an intuition, and you are often naturally drawn to what we need energetically. The middle finger can be about enhancing how you naturally move in the world, as we are moving now. Peg says, whew, I'm wore out already. Well, you know, we just keep it going. All right, so let's see. What else does the Alice Tarot have cooked up for us? Let's go, Alice. Let's go. Let's go, Alice. Let's go. Okay. All right. We have, we got a swords card, you guys. The 10 of Swords. Why is this all about food right now? Oh my goodness. 10 of Swords. So in this one, it looks like People kind of, I think they finished their meal. They look exhausted. So we're going to have to swing our sword looking like we just got out of battle, which means we're going to be exhausted. Let's do some exhaustion with our sword. Let's do it. I'm excited. Okay. All right. We're going to take out our katana first. Okay. And by the way, if you haven't seen my beautiful katana, here she is, my beautiful blue blade. All right, we're going to pretend that we just got out of battle. We've been battling samurai all day. Hold on, I'm going to lift this up so you guys can see a little bit more. There we go. All right. So we've been battling all day long. We're so tired. So we are going to do some very heavy, tired swings. So a swing down from our right shoulder to our left side. So you may want to have your left foot forward, right foot back. And again, you could do this from a seated position where you have maybe a broomstick or some sort of staff, or you could do this without anything at all, of course, but just putting your hands in that position, just right hand over the left foot forward, those of you that can stand. And we're going to look very tired. We're not going to hunch, but make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall or standing up nice and tall, knees bent. And we're going to take our arms and we're going to swing from our right shoulder down to the left leg. But you could be dramatic because remember, we've just been in battle. So it's a whew, ooh. And now we want to switch. So we're going to turn our left hand so the blade is now facing up. And we're going to swing up and swing down and swing up and slice the enemy. And we're going to help them with their seppuku. And we've been helping out the emperor all day, trying to enact whatever it is he's been trying to enact with us. And we're out there. And we're going to impress the shogun. And we keep swinging. So maybe you have a baseball bat and you want to do it with your baseball bat. But it's a slice down, slice up, slice down, slice up. You're probably going to start feeling it in your waist and shoulders. Remember to go nice and slow and smooth. However you want to imagine smiting your enemies, smiting your shadow self, slicing those cords, maybe cutting cords to anything that doesn't serve us anymore. Maybe looking at our higher self as the emperor, and we're going to help out the emperor, getting rid of all of those programmings, those things that don't serve our purpose here. But of course, knowing that all of these things helps us to learn. So technically, it is part of our purpose. And maybe we're going to switch to the other side now. Whew. So now the right leg is forward, left leg is back. Now I'm going to hold my sword on my left-hand side, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to slice down from left shoulder to right leg now. And then I'm going to use my left hand to turn the blade back up, and I'm going to slice up. So down and up. And whoops, sorry about that old globe mallow. And just keep going. We're going to cut those cords. Cutting the cords, taking out the shadows. And oh yeah, I forgot, we've been in battle, so we're quite weary. We're taking them all out, yo. Sorry, globe mallow. Up and down and up and down, up. And last enemy, all gone. We've done it. All right. We won. Victory is ours. All right, so I'm going to put my I'm gonna have to sheathe myself. So here we go. Oops. There we go. Okay. Whew. That battle did have me quite weary. All right, so 10 of swords. There we go. All right, so we've gone through our 8 of pentacles, our 10 of swords. Edgar says, I just made a headless origami rabbit. Nice. John says, is the mini bat okay? I'd say so. I'd say so. Peg says, I already lost a bunch of weight. My sweatpants keep falling off, so that was an extra step I was doing. Well, hey, if your pants fall down while you're doing it, no worries. Okay. Let's do a few more. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Okay, let's see what the Alice Tarot has for us now. Remember, the whole point is just to have fun. It's not meant to look like a whole serious workout or anything. For me, working out should be fun. It shouldn't even really look like a workout, because once we get into like workout mode, that's usually when all the I don't know, all the beliefs of like, oh, I gotta do this and I gotta do this. And it's just, it's like it sucks the joy out of it. And I'd rather just go outside and play and have fun, just like when we did when we were kids. And you know what? We were in great shape when we were kids. So kids know something we don't know, or that we forgot. Okay. Susie said, fun, yes. Peg says, the grandkids walked in and the look on their faces, they're probably like, what are you watching? um, oh, that's right. Susie says, I forgot to tell you guys that I have rose water spray. Yes, I do actually. And I have various other sprays. One of my sprays is actually inside the house, so I will probably get that later and mist myself with my juniper spray. But I have various little facial sprays, body sprays, which are very magical. You can use them in a magical practice, but also to give yourself a little mist, you know, after your little workouts. Or maybe you tired yourself out in your magical workings and you just need like a little mist, you know. Oh my goodness. Edgar says, I think I'll stick to roses and lotus flowers for origami. All of my animals come up missing limbs. Oh my gosh. Watch out for swords. Okay. What do we have now? The death card. I love it. And here we have the queen. I think she's laughing at them. But this guy has like a little axe. And here she's laughing at these guys on the ground. Um, oh, hey, little juniper titmouse. How are you doing? Have you come to laugh at me too? That's cool. Everybody's laughing at me. I don't care. It means I'm just bringing laughter and joy. It's fine. Okay, since these guys look dead on the ground, we're going to do some dead man push-ups. How about that? Yes, I know not everybody likes push-ups. This is why we're going to make them fun, and we'll try to do them for all ability levels. So, okay, so no worries. This is not going to look like a normal push-up. All right. Death card. These guys look dead. We're going to be dead. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's move my katana out of the way. And we've got our little towel. All right, so we're gonna be here on the ground. And if you are able to get yourself down on the ground, and you can, I would say most everybody, let's not be on our toes. Let's not do that at all. So let's go face down on the ground. Ugh. And all we're gonna do is put our hands on either side underneath our shoulders, and we're just gonna like push up a little bit. Ugh. And then we're gonna fall back down like we're dead. Okay, so this is not a real push-up. Like a real push-up is like this. We're not gonna do that. Also, if you do yoga, you know about up dog, which would look like this. We're also not gonna do that. So we're just gonna go part of the way, which I guess would be more like lizard pose, I guess. So here we go. We're gonna go face down and we're gonna push up like we're getting off the ground because we're dying. And if you want to do sound effects, that's totally up to you. So we go up one, up two. So dying man's push-ups. Keep them going. Up one, up two. And we'll try to do 10, but you do as many as you feel like it. So we're trying to get up, but we can't. I wanna get back into battle, but I'm dying. I'm struggling. Ugh. Oh my gosh, this is the end. Ugh. Ugh. If you wanna reach your arm out like help, help, and you die. That's cool too. So actually, the more dramatic, the better. So yeah, maybe we reach our arm out like we're really trying. Like help, help, I'm dying. Ugh. And actually, I wish I could see you guys because then we could vote on who had the best dying scene, like the best death scene. So, help, master, I need your help. Ugh. Help, you young lad, I need help, I cannot get up. Ugh. So, yeah, you guys could keep doing that. Like I said, you could reach out for help if you need. Let's do a few more. Trying to lift my chest off the ground. Ugh, and I cannot. And we try again. I cannot. All right. Congratulations. You guys died multiple times today. All right. See, that's what I love about these. I get to just be like a complete goofball and we get to have some fun. All right. So let's see. Let's go back here. Edgar's like, zombies. Edgar's like, I got a dead rabbit here. Aw, Peg. Susie says, I like how you can incorporate magic into the workout. Peg's like noises are an option. They just come out. Sukbar says, bye 12. It's very late night here. See you all another day. Sukbar, I hope you have a beautiful day. We hope to see you again next time. And remember, we will try to do those future channelings that you suggested. Peg says, till we meet again, happy travels. Russ says, I live in a van. I'm parked in a lot between Applebee's and Wendy's. If I were to participate in these activities, someone might call the cops on me, especially slinging the sword around. Well, Oh. Edgar's like, how about zombie sit-ups, dead coming back to life? Oh, that's a good idea. That's totally awesome. Okay. We should do that next time. Maybe if we could find another like dying looking card in here. Okay. All right. We have 3 exercises down. Let's keep it going. This has been a lot of fun. I bet there are people that are like tuning into our live chat now. And they're like, what are we watching? I thought they were doing tarot readings, but instead this person was dying on the ground. Like, or I walked in and this person was swinging a samurai sword. Okay, so here we go. Ooh, we have the Hierophant. Dude, if I had a little bit of Mary Jane, I guess we would just smoke that for exercise. But no, not right now. We will exercise the lungs at a later date, perhaps on 420. Okay, so let's see. What is this? Let's see. What can we gather from this guy? So he's sitting up. He's kind of, he's breathing. So we're going to do a little breath work. Okay, I can dig it. Susie says, Tara, will you do another glamour magic video for summer? I love those. I could definitely. That'd be a lot of fun. Okay, let's do some breath work. We've done some exercises. We've moved the body. We died. Now it's time to breathe. Breathe some life back into our body because remember, we died. Remember, we were on the ground. Ugh. We have to come back to life and be the zombies that we are. So let's do it. Okay. I'm gonna move this to the side. Okay, let's get on the ground. Or you could sit in a chair, whatever's comfortable for you. I'm gonna sit cross-legged. You don't have to if that hurts you. Obviously, do something that's more appropriate for your ability level. So if you're sitting in a chair, cool. If you're sitting on the ground, cool. All right, but dude, I mean, we were lugging some coins around, and then we got into a samurai battle, and then we died on the ground. We got to come back to life. Okay, so let's do some breath work. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. If you would like, take the palms of your hands and have them pointing upwards. Have them rest on the top of your knees. And when we breathe in, we're going to breathe in through our nose and we're going to fill up our chest all the way down into our belly. We're going to try to send that energy all the way down into Gaia. And then when we breathe out, we'll breathe out through the mouth and exhale everything that we have. And we're going to do that several times. So let's come back to life, you guys. We died. Now we are being rebirthed like the little phoenixes that we are. So breathe in and out. Come back to life. She's alive. She's alive. And as you're breathing, think of all the mini deaths that you guys have gone through. Maybe you guys have gone through some heavy stuff lately, and it's time to get rebirthed. It's time to turn into a little phoenix. It's time to rise from the ashes. And maybe you start to feel it in your body as you breathe in. So maybe we start lifting our hands as they're shaken. And this kind of looks like people when they're feeling the Holy Spirit, but whatever you're feeling, we're feeling it. We're alive. We're alive. Keep breathing. Maybe reach your arms to the sky. I'm so happy that I'm come back to life. Whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger, as they say. And maybe while you're breathing, you're just so happy to be alive that you start doing like the concert sway. If you have a lighter in your hand, that's probably even better. Sway with your lighter. I'm alive. I'm alive. Thank Goddess Almighty, I'm alive. Swaying is optional. Swaying with a lighter is even more optional. Raising your arms up is optional. Otherwise, you could just keep them down by your sides. That's cool. All right. I'm feeling it. I think I'm back to life. Woohoo! Okay, so let's go on to the next thing. Hopefully you guys are now back to life. um, let's see, John says, I was thinking preacher curls. Heck yeah, I was a son of a preacher man. Lisa says, draw a wands card. I want to use my quarterstaff. Edgar says, I'm starting new hobbies, new projects, a process of rebirth for me, hence the origami. Awesome. This is the swaying reminded me of the movie Neil or Nell. I'm a tree in the wind. Peg said, good job. All right. So, okay. We've been rebirthed. Let's do it. Let's see what we have next. What does the universe want us to work on next, as they say? Okay. Oh, it's another swords card. Can we not get a wands to save our lives? Let's see. Well, okay, we have the 6 of swords here, but let's see what they're doing. She's rowing. Huh. Oh, dude, I know what to do with the sword. I know what to do with the sword. Let's do it. Okay. Let's take out our katana. Once again, making sure I have the right side up here. Okay. All right, so we'll take out our sword once again. And since she was making a rowing motion, but I want to do like a side to side. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so you could be sitting in a chair, that's cool, or you could be standing, whatever is more comfortable for you. For me, I'm going to do my feet kind of a little more than hip distance apart, or maybe a little bit more. I'm going to grab my sword. You could have a baseball bat, broomstick, staff, whatever it may be. I'm going to have my right hand over my left. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing from side to side. So slice, slice. That's right. Think about all the things that you want to cut. If you want to do it a little bit faster, that's up to you. But make sure you don't pass um, your side plane, meaning you don't want to turn all the way to the side. You don't want to go any further than your hip here and your hip on this side because you don't want to hurt yourself and hyperextend. So here we go. We're going to swing side, and then I'm going to flip my blade with my left hand, side, and I'm cutting it all. I'm cutting through deception. I'm cutting through the psyops. I'm cutting through the fear mongering. I'm cutting through my own ego, my shadows, my own fears, my programming, all of it. Any sort of disconnection with my higher self, I'm cutting through it, cutting through blockages and intuition, my own knowing and understanding. That's right, titmouses. I'm using sword energy. That's your guys' air energy, is it not? Here we go, side to side, you guys. So not like a baseball bat, but we want to keep our arms straight because you're actually working your core. It actually is kind of a workout, but it's through fun. And you're working your shoulders by doing that. So here we go, side to side. Slice them up, ladies and gents. Slice it and slice it. It cuts, it dices. It's the katanomatic. And now, for only $99.95, will you get a wakizashi, a tanto, all three for the price of one. We cut through shadows. We cut through psyops. We cut through myths and mythos. You never know what your sliso katanomatic can do. All right, so keep going, you guys. Woo! Good job. All right, so let's resheath our baby. All right. Woo! That one was actually pretty good. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back here. Edgar says, Susie, I'm going to incorporate it into my daily meditation. Get on TikTok. Susie said, Edgar, please do. And then tell us of your channel name so we can follow you. Yes. Russ says, this is such a fun channel. It makes me want to climb a tree. They just have mini trees in this lot. I'll get busted for that too. A 66-year-old fat bald guy at that. Oh my goodness. Well, climb the little trees, I guess. Susie says, I would so follow you. I downloaded TikTok, but I have never gone on there. John is using a wand like a gondola staff. Peg says, don't forget the cat. Put the cat in the tree. Then you have a good excuse to climb it. Nice. Peg says, me too, John. I have a little stick wand. Susie says, I have golf clubs and a baseball bat. There you go. Liesel is using an athame. This is Liesel wins. These are the best. All right, so let's see. How many workouts have we done? We've done 4 so far. I say let's do a couple more. Get a nice well-roundedness. And then we'll call it a day. We'll do our like cool down meditation. Okay, so let's see. Okay, here we go. Couple more. I wish I could be playing music right now, but then I would be demonetized. So so I just have to play the music that's in my head right now. Which the movie that we weren't watching a movie. It was we were watching The Office, like the OG, like the OG Office, the UK Office. And I think we were watching, it was the second to last episode that they ever had, you know, in their 2 seasons that they did. And they were playing the Bee Gees. So now I have the Bee Gees stuck in my head. Oh, you can tell by the way he's a ladies man. Do, 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 do. Here we go. Oh, 9 of coins. We're supposed to do a knitting workout or like, okay. Oh, but there's a little cat in there. The little cat wants to mess up the knitting. Okay. Oh, she's sitting sideways. Okay. Okay. I got it. Here we go. I'm gonna have to open up my coins though for this one. So let me get my little box. And I'm gonna take 1 silver bar. And this is my 10-ounce silver bar. I like these ones, the silver shields, just because I love the imagery on them. But it's got some cool, like, psychedelic imagery. You know that if I'm gonna collect gold and silver, it's gonna be artistic and it's gonna be badass. But anyway, it says, no lie gets to the other side. So I love that on there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up our silver or our gold and we're gonna place it from one pile into the next. So here we go. So Alice was sitting sideways. So you notice that her knees were kind of like this. So that's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna go side to side. So maybe sit with your knees propped up like this, you know, like if you were gonna sit with your arms around your knees. But I have my little silver coin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my left hand, I'm just gonna place it behind me for support so I don't fall over. And I'm gonna take my silver and I'm gonna lean all the way to the left, flopping my knees to the left. And I'm gonna place my silver coin. But then I'm gonna reverse it. So now I'm gonna put my right hand behind me. I'm gonna take my silver coin and I'm gonna move everything to the right. So we just keep doing that. So now my left hand is behind me. I take my right hand and I'm moving my silver to the other side. So that way it goes along with the coins card, you know? So here we go, side to side. And this way we kind of loosen up our hips actually. And if you want to get more dramatic, like, oh, I'm placing my silver over here, you can be dramatic. So again, arm behind you for support, lift all the way to this side. And by doing that, you're actually working your transverse abdominis, which is like your, it's your natural girdle that we all have, which is why we came up with external girdles. It was going off of kind of how our muscles are. But anyway, I digress. So let's lift that silver and turn it to the other side. And let's do this a few more times because let's imagine we have like lots of silver bars to move from side to side. And we go to this side. And to the other side. And again, I'm also wondering, the people who are popping in, what their thoughts are at this moment. And here we go, side to side. Flopping those knees to the left along with the arm. Now flopping my knees to the right along with my left arm to the right side. Now my left arm is behind me and I'm taking my right hand and flopping it to the left. Let's do that 2 more times. Being oh so dramatic. Over to this side. And one more. Here we go. Oh, I can lift the silver. I can do it. And down. We did it. All right. Good job sitting on the ground, moving all your silver about. All my rich little friends out there with our rich souls, as we all do. Every one of us, beautiful, rich souls. Whew, I feel like I got a good little twist on there. Uh, let's see. Russ says, I didn't appreciate the Bee Gees in their glory days, but I do now. They were great singers and mostly songwriters. Their sound will never be replicated. Very true. Susie says, I fell in love with them as a child. My first record album, Saturday Night Fever. I miss the 70s. Peg said, Barry Manilow is someone too I feel is underappreciated. And Lisa, Disco Inferno. Heck yeah. James was saying that he probably would have flourished during the disco era. Susie says, he is a wonderful man. He has no kill shelter in Palm Springs. I know someone who knows him. Good guy. Says her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. Edgar says, okay, origami whooped my fuzzy peach. Break now. All right. So here we go. Last workout of the day. Last exercise. Let's hope it's a good one. Let's hope it's a wands card. Because I didn't get to use my cool piece of firewood. So let's do it. Come on. No whammy, no whammy. No whammy, no whammy. Those of you that remember doing tarot workouts with me in the past, you're going to love this one. It's the Tower card. Whee! Oh my God, I love doing the Tower card. Okay, so Humpty Dumpty, poor guy, falling off the tower there. We're going to fall from the tower. That's right. What a way to end a workout or a spiritual practice. We need tower moments, right? We need sometimes our ego to just take one right to the kisser so we just break it all down and we build ourselves up into basically our higher selves. We totally embody our higher selves, our souls. And so sometimes we need to crumble to the ground, even if we don't like it, even if it's painful, because what comes from it is always so much freaking better. So, all right, let's do it. I love doing the Tower card. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna move this. So what we're gonna do is we're going to be in a split stance. So you can have your left leg forward or your right leg forward. It's totally up to you. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen whatever. We're gonna do Superstar. So it's like, you know, part of the Saturday Night Live crew. So we're going to, it looks like this from the side. You're gonna kneel down, just like if you're doing a lunge, and we're gonna lift our arms to the sky. If you can't do lunges because it's painful, you know, lower half or your lower half just doesn't work like that right now, you can do it in your chair. So in your chair, I'm just gonna have you raise your arms to the sky and we're gonna say, wee, because we're excited about these tower moments. Maybe our ego never is excited about it, but who cares how the ego is feeling, you know? So we're doing this for the higher self. We're doing this for our souls. So we're going to enjoy every moment of our tower moment. Okay, so here we go. It's gonna look like this, split stance, and arms are gonna come up as we lower down. And we're gonna say, oh, I mean, you don't have to say we, but you know, I think it's fun. So wee! Suicide, wee! So wee! Bring in the tower. I so enjoy the tower. You know, positive affirmations about the tower probably will sink in subconsciously. So I love the tower. Bring me the tower. The tower is awesome. So you can also switch, do it on the other side, maybe work your other quad and hamstring. But wee! The tower is so much fun. I love when my life comes crashing to the ground because I love to rebuild it. I want to embrace who I truly am. I want to be my soul. So keep it going, you guys. Wee! We love the tower. Wee! We love when the ego comes crumbling down. Whee! We love when the ego doesn't know what the heck to do. Whee! Yay, just keep it going. We love the tower. Yes, we do. If we can't do it, yes, yes, I can't rhyme it. That's okay. My brain is exhausted right now. All right. Give me a T. T. Give me an O. O. Give me a W. W. An E. E. Give me an R. R. What's that spell? Tower. All right. We did it today, you guys. We did our weekly reading. You guys had some amazing messages. We did some awesome super chats and super stickers. And then we got to use our tarot deck for a fun workout. And maybe your workout was just the belly laughs that you got at me, and that's fine. I'll take that too. All right. And we got our raven friends flying overhead. So that's excellent. Everybody laughing over there. Oh my goodness. Susie's like, where is Sherry Bug? Yeah, I'm wondering what happened. Maybe she'll come back on here someday. That would be amazeballs. Susie's like, with the burpees. Yeah. Russ said, Peg agreed. Ditto for Barry Manilow. When I entertained around colleges in the 90s, they loved Manilow and Neil Diamond. Dude, yes. All right. Thank you guys for doing the tarot workout with me. I think now it is time for us to do a cool down. So for the cool down, we're going to do a channeled guided meditation. I don't really know yet what our meditation is going to be about. I'm just going to allow my higher self to guide you guys on that meditation. But yeah, so start getting cozy. If you got to, do a little dab, wipe the sweat off, get a little drink of water, which I should probably do actually. And we will get to our meditation. Well waters the tits, man. Heck yeah. All right. Peg said, thank you. You're very welcome. Susie said, love you all. Okay. Thank you to the Alice Tarot and all of our fun little workouts that we had. But like I said, go ahead and start getting cozy. Find a nice, comfortable space for yourself. You guys could be lying down. Maybe you're really tired, so you want to go lay down. You could be sitting down. It's totally up to you. I will get myself off camera so you guys can take a look at the beautiful view instead. Russ said, great show. Thanks for a great way to pass the time on a Sunday when most of my research shows take the day off. Well, you're very welcome. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. I know not everybody understands like a tarot workout or what that is. It's time to have fun, at least for me. And I hope you guys had fun as well. And, because there is a lot going on, this upcoming week, and people have been feeling kind of overwhelmed and just heavy with energy, just a lot of stuff. And so I figured this would be a fun time for us to just kick back, have a good laugh, and release some of that heavy energy. So whether you did along with me or not, the point is just to have a good laugh and have some fun. So let's see. Susie says, always makes me smile. Peg said, I had no clue, but I love it now. So yeah, maybe we can do this again in the future, especially with these warm days that hopefully we have coming up. We had like a freak snow dusting yesterday, or yeah, it was a dusting of snow and it was so warm out. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Whatever. The matrix is glitching. Tower moment. I love it. So, all right, you guys, I am going to move this camera to where you guys can have a nice view. Maybe I'll zoom in. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So go ahead and get yourself into a nice, comfortable space. You could be sitting down or lying down, but make sure it's a place that you will not be disturbed for the next several minutes. And as you get yourself nice and cozy, I want you to bring your awareness to your breath and just feel the rise and fall of your chest, feeling that life-giving air coming into your lungs, into the diaphragm, into the belly. And just witness as it escapes your lips as you exhale, what it feels like as it passes through your mouth and back out into the world around you. The world that gives you life and the life that you give the world. A beautiful cycle, just like the seasons and the rotations all around us. And as you continue breathing, I want you to imagine a beautiful bowl in your lap. How big is this bowl? What color is it? Is it simple? Is it ornate? Does it shine like diamonds? Or is it more earthy, like Gaia? And this beautiful bowl that you have is filled to the brim with water. This isn't water that you could ever find on this planet, but is the water of Source, the collective consciousness, the awe. And as you sit with your bowl of water, you look around you and notice a gorgeous rumbling stream passing by. A stream that seems to flow from eternity, no beginning and no end, but forever flowing, smoothing out the rocks and providing safe passage for all the magical fish just below its surface. And in this infinite flowing water, we can refill our bowl at any time. But today, our intention is to help us to release any and all energy that doesn't serve us at this time. Anything that is weighing us down, keeping us stagnant, filling us with worry and all other blockages, keeping us from seeing things clearly in our life, from accessing our own intuition and our own higher self. So we take this beautiful bowl of water and we pour that water over the top of our head. And like I said, this water is nothing like you've experienced on this planet. It gives you a sense of calm and cleansing like you've never felt before. And this water adapts to what you need. Perhaps you needed warm water or cool water, refreshing. Perhaps it's scented like roses. This water is just for you. Perhaps as the water trickles down your face, you taste a little bit of it on your tongue. Perhaps it has a fruity taste. Perhaps it tastes like eternity itself. And you lean forward and you refill your bowl in this infinite stream of beauty as it rumbles on past, trickling over rocks and along the edge. And we pour it this time over our face, splashing it over our face, cleansing. It feels so good, so clearing, so relaxing. You didn't know how much you needed that at this time. Taking a nice deep breath in. And just exhaling, allowing that water to help everything to just flow on out. Release. And we fill our bowl once again, this time pouring the water down our back, feeling the soothing energy, like 1,000 back rubs and hugs from those we love most. And the more relaxed and joyous we feel, the more we want to fill our bowl up once again. And so we do. And we continue pouring this bowl of water over each area of our body. We pour it over our shoulders and our chest. We pour it down our arms, letting the droplets dance off of our fingertips. And how it feels on our skin, almost like a tingling sensation in the best of ways. Continue pouring your bowl of water, refilling it again and again, knowing that this source is infinite. It never dries up. Because as you tap into it and as you pour it over yourself, it flows down off of you, back down into the earth to be recycled once again in a beautiful cyclical fashion, much like your own energy, giving and receiving, giving and receiving, a beautiful, balanced flow. And as we continue pouring the water down our thighs and our toes, our stomachs and our bums, we see how important a balanced relationship in giving and receiving is. And we seek to take this with us outside of meditation, the beautiful cycle of give and receive, give and receive. And we set the intention that we will know when we are ever out of balance, and how easy it is for us to come back into flow. Give and receive, give and receive. And if ever you feel like you need some cleansing energy, you can come back to this meditation at any time, back to the infinite stream, back to your beautiful bowl, this place of peace and quiet. And you remind yourself how to flow, how to cleanse, how to let go, but also how to receive. And when you are ready, thank the waters, which are a representation of you and your energy. Thank your beautiful bowl, which is a representation of your vessel. And bring your awareness back into your body. You can wiggle your fingers and toes. And maybe give yourself a nice stretch. Inhale nice and deep. All right. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today, having lots of goofy fun, but also sharing in some beautiful messages. I thank you guys for all the channeling suggestions. I'll make sure to write those down. And we promise that we will eventually get to all of those suggestions as we have videos and videos to come. So thank you guys. Let's see. Susie said, Lisa, I think I'm coming up on knowing you and Tara for 5 years now. That's amazing. 5 beautiful years. John said, love to you all. You're a miracle, everybody. And Susie said, this was so much fun. I thank you guys for joining us. I thank you for coming in today and having fun with us in this chat. It wouldn't be fun without you guys and all of the suggestions and your votes that you do on the polls, all the channeled messages that you guys have, all of your downloads, all of your card pulls. I appreciate all of them. I appreciate you guys. I love you all so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Whatever may be in our reality tomorrow, I hope it's the best. And also, for those of you that are celebrating your birthdays, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful solar return this upcoming week. And yeah, may the sun shine on all of us, source and our physical sun as well. All right, love you guys. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Whee! All right, bye, guys.